Well, new at 6, the American horseshoe crab is about as close as you can get to a creature that shared the earth with dinosaurs. But the Center for Biological Diversity say these marine animals are in trouble, and they are suing for the American horseshoe crab to be protected under the Endangered Species Act.
As Fox 13's Kimberly Cruzon reports for us, conservationists are asking for it to be done before it's too late.
You can call them a living fossil. For nearly 500 million years, the American horseshoe crab has called Earth home, even before Florida was formed.
They're really important ecologically. They're a key part of the food web.
Their eggs help feed the endangered red-knot shorebird as it migrates from South America to the Arctic. The blood of horseshoe crabs is used for drug safety testing.
Saline solution or vaccines, all of those are tested with this horseshoe crab blood extract to ensure the safety.
The Florida Horseshoe Crab Watch works with the public to tag and count each horseshoe crab.
Unfortunately, in Florida, we actually don't have a great handle on if populations are going up, down, or remaining stable.
But the Center of Biological Diversity says sea level rise in their breeding grounds has threatened the species, and overharvesting is causing numbers to plummet.
Over the past 25 years, horseshoe crab populations have plummeted by more than 70% across their entire range from Maine to Louisiana.
The Center of Biological Diversity and more than 24 other groups petitioned for the American horseshoe crab to be listed in the Endangered Species Act in February of 2024.
By law, the agencies are supposed to make a preliminary decision within 90 days. It's been 19 months, and horseshoe crabs can't wait any longer.
The Center for Biological Diversity has sued the National Marine Fisheries Service for failing to make a preliminary decision. They hope their steps will spur some action.
Their blood has saved countless human lives. Now we can return the favor. We can save horseshoe crabs right now by listing them under the Endangered Species Act.
Kimberly Cruzon, Fox 13 News.
Now, there is a synthetic alternative that can be used instead of horseshoe crab blood for pharmaceutical testing. And across the Bay Area, you can also get involved by tracking and reporting sightings of horseshoe crabs to the FWC.